Alright, so I've got two drum magazines here. I've got one from Korea. It's a KCI drum. I just got this recently for 49 bucks. And this is a Romanian drum that I got a couple years ago, and I got this one for 69 bucks. But now it looks like they're closer to 130. This one does not fit into my PSA AKP. This one does. This one does fit into my SAR one and my Wasser. So I don't know what's different about the geometry on the locking lugs or that front kind of hook there, but one fits and one doesn't. Alright, so I had a bunch of questions how to load these. They didn't really come with directions. And there's a bunch of videos online, so I was going to do a quick loading real quick and see what happens. One thing I was going to do, I put 80 rounds in a box over here I'm going to load from. And I've noticed guys keep having a couple extra at the end. Now I'm going to see if, or maybe not an extra one, but it seems like they can always put a couple more in. I'm going to see if they actually hold 75 rounds or if they hold one or two more or less. Just kind of see what happens. Alright, this is the one I'm going to shoot, so I'm going to load this one. Alright, so you got a couple pieces in here. This pretty much resets and lets this wheel free spin. This little button here. This is kind of like, I don't know, I guess if you want to call it a follower. But there's like a little spiral design in here that winds this way. And when you load it, you want this little follower to be all the way at the end. It's like a little notch down there. You want that. You want to push this down and wind this all the way back until it stops. Alright. After that, you're going to get 3 rounds. Place the tips in the little tracks. Wind this up into the top of the mag, and then you want to go back. Alright, from here, there's a bunch of ways you can do it. You can start here, put them in the other tracks. Doesn't really matter how you do it. You just want all the bullet tips in the tracks, and you probably want to load it all the way. So there's the only little section that won't take the same as these is this last one where the follower is. So I'm going to load this up and talk a little bit while I do it. A lot of guys have suggested doing 2 at a time. Might make it a little faster, a little more smooth. Now, one thing you guys should consider is you have an election coming up, and the gun ban guys are getting pretty aggressive. So, I'm not trying to cause panic buying, but one thing that you should know by now is every time there is an election cycle, everything goes up in price. Guns, mags, ammo. And some companies got put out of business with speculation that Trump wasn't going to win, and they bought too much, assuming they'd be able to resell it. But one thing that I would do, if you don't have stuff like drum magazines or ammo, or there's a gun you're looking at, right now is probably a really good time to make that purchase, because later on, it either may not be available, and people could be trying to sell it for more than it's actually worth. So right now is a good time to buy. That Romanian drum over there, I got a couple of years ago on sale for 69 bucks. I couldn't find them for anywhere near that anymore. So I got this KCI drum that was on sale for $49. And it was like $5 shipping at Classic Firearms. I think they're back up now to like 69 bucks. But that was a pretty good deal. And I haven't had any problems with KCI mags. I know some guys had some problems with, I guess, the KCI drums. But KCI has kind of revamped their company and they have improved a lot. And from what I can tell, these KCI drum magazines are running pretty good. Now, I don't have the money to test these drum magazines multiple times, so you kind of get what you get. I'm also not being provided with ammo, so I have limited testing abilities. Alright, so I'm getting close to the end here. Alright, I should have 5 rounds left in this box when I'm done with it. But we'll see how many I have. Because I have a feeling that I'm going to have not exactly 5 rounds, but we'll see. I should only have 5 rounds because there's 80 rounds in this box. Alright, you can see that a 4th round is not going in there. Well, I'll take that back. 4th round is going in there. I haven't done this very often, so it looks like it's going to work. Alright, so after these are loaded, one good benefit of these drum magazines is that you can load them indefinitely with no spring tension. You just load it like this, leave this just how it is, shut it up. That helps that that latches. And you can leave these on a shelf, store just like that. You know, you probably don't leave these in like a wet environment or a non-temperature controlled environment, but you can leave it just like that, no spring tension. You know, some guys say spring loaded mags don't hurt anything. I don't know about drum mags. So it'll be fine. And then when you think you might need it, or you do need it, you just wind this. This KCI mag actually has an arrow on it, but you just turn it. And I've heard people say 3 spins. Now, and I've heard turn it till it stops. So we're gonna go with the turn it till it stops. Anybody knows, let me know. But it could be 3 complete spins. I didn't have directions with this, and there's a couple other videos online. Alright, that looks like it's about it. Alright, so that magazine should be ready to go. And I guess if you wanted to take the spring tension off of this, you would push that button. I haven't done that before with the mag open, so let's see what happens. Just the worst that could happen is this thing could pop or something. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that or not. What the hell? Let's see what happens. Nah, I can't really do that. Just, oh my god, I'm probably gonna break this thing. Alright, so hopefully I didn't damage the magazine doing that. I don't know if that's recommended to do or not. So I'll put it back to where there's no spring tension. I don't know if that's good for that or not. I probably shouldn't have done that. But I just did it. So if it's a mistake, it's going to cost me money, then I guess it's an expensive one. But, so here's what I suggest. These KCI drums have been working for people. If you catch these for around 50 bucks, I would go snatch some up. This is the time to buy ammo, mags. Don't wait. because if it looks like somebody is not going to win, and maybe a anti-gun type candidate is going to win, people are going to speculate, they're going to panic buy, and this stuff will either go quick or the prices will be at a point where you're not going to want to spend the money. So, hope this was helpful. And that is how you load a drum magazine. If anybody has any corrections in the comments, please let me know, because I am not a AK drum expert. I'm just a dude making a video with an iPhone. So you guys have a good day, and don't spend your all your rent money on this stuff, but I would buy it now. Later. Alright guys, I'm getting old, so I forget things. So these are 20 round boxes of ammo. I unloaded 4 of these into this box. And I told you guys I was going to do this, but I forgot. So I'm adding on this clip to supplement that. Alright, so, I'm not great at math. I had a little help with my Math for Marines, MCI or whatever those are called anymore. But there's only 4 rounds left. So that means that I have 76 rounds in here. I don't know if that round seemed to fit. So I'm going with that will be okay in there. The other one kind of tumbles down if I take it out. So I'll let you guys know if I shoot it and something happens, it's messed up. But it looks like these 75 round drums from KCI actually hold 76 rounds. So sorry about that, I forgot. And have a good day. Okay, so I've got 2. Okay, so I've got